And you're good.
Okay, go.
Yeah, you can start whenever you're ready.
The 90s was a generation with Walkmans, slap bracelets, and Game Boys. Jurassic Park, Titanic, Clueless, and Forrest Gump were showing on the big screen, and shows like Saved by the Bell and Full House had people sitting in front of their television. In 1994, people turned to watch a new show that was based in New York that centered around 6 adults living in apartments and hanging out at a coffee house all the time. That show was called Friends. Friends moved the generation and continues to be watched 25 years later. Friends was and still is a show about friendship, with the main characters Rachel Green, Ross Geller, Monica Geller, Chandler Bing, Joey Tribbiani, and Phoebe Buffay being the closest of friends even after the series finale. In this speech, I'll be talking about how Friends is the best show of all time. It shows how friends are like your family, it defined a generation, and people relate to the characters and their lives even today. Friends is a show all about friendship. The characters Monica, Rachel, Ross, Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe are indeed best friends. In the beginning of the 90s, the idea of hanging out with friends more than just seeing them at work didn't occur to people until the show aired. According to the article, Friends Are the New Family, written by Jake Martin in 2014, friends were now people you spent time with after work, people with whom you spent your holidays, and who may even walk you down the aisle at your wedding. In the article, I'll Be There For You, Friends and the Fantasy of Alternative Families, written by Jillian Sandell in 1998, it says, indeed, as its title suggests, Friends is simply about a group of friends. The main characters hung out mostly in Monica and Rachel's apartment, Joey and Chandler's apartment, and Central Park, the coffee house. They were together all the time, and even spent holidays together too, when they weren't able to spend it with their own families. In the article, I'll Be There For You, Friends and the Fantasy of Alternative Families, written by Jillian Sandell in 1998, the conceit of the show is the strength of the friendships between them all. Friendships that are fueled by coffee and irony and which survive in the spirit of abysmal love lives, boring jobs, and neurotic and dysfunctional families. It is a show about how friends are like your family in that time of your life, because the central theme with friends is that even though they may have no control over their professional or romantic lives, the one thing these characters can control and change are the friendships, and hence the family community these friends become, according to the same article. It gave the audience the chance to see that friends were more than just people you saw occasionally. It is the family that you choose in life that makes friendship special, and the show Friends help people see that more. The characters hung out with each other all the time and helped each other with their lives, which are what friends are for. According to the article Friends of the New Family, written by Jake Martin in 2014, what I learned from Friends was that it was okay to not have a clue, because at the end of the day, it was more important that there was someone there to listen to. While the 90s were growing, Friends defined a generation. According to the article Friends Are the New Family, written by Jake Martin in 2014, Friends became a cultural phenomenon. It inspired a hairdo, created a hit song, spawned myriad catchphrases, and made all 6 of its cast members very, very wealthy. Though not nearly as influential as Seinfeld, its impact clearly can be seen in the stream of chosen family shows that followed, like How I Met Your Mother, perhaps the most explicit Friends copycat, New Girl, and The Big Bang Theory. It made Manhattan, the city that they lived in, appear friendlier. According to the article Saying Goodbye to Friends, Fan Culture's Live Experience, written in 2011 by Anne-Marie Todd, suddenly, in large part because of Friends, Manhattan once again looked like a safe, fun, and romantic place to be. It also was popular throughout its entire 10 seasons. According to the article Saying Goodbye to Friends, Fan Culture's Live Experience, written by Anne-Marie Todd in 2011, Friends was a primetime darling, holding a spot on NBC's coveted must-see Thursday lineup for 10 years and attracting millions of viewers each week. According to the article The Hunting of the Snark, written in 2014 by Andrew Harrison, between 1994 and its finale in 2004, Friends attracted audiences of between 20 and 29 million in the United States. Also, the final episode of Friends drew nearly 52.5 million views in the U.S., beaten only by the holy trinity of Seinfeld, Cheers, and MASH as being the most watched finale in American TV history, according to the same article. It changed how people talked in conversations too. According to the article Saying Goodbye to Friends, Fan Culture's Live Experience, written by Anne-Marie Todd in 2011, One study found that the language used by the show's characters has influenced contemporary English, particularly the use of the adjective so, as in so cool. Chandler, being one of the main characters in the show, turned sarcasm into the default mode of conversation for a generation, according to the article The Hunting of the Snark, written by Andrew Harrison in 2014. Characters also had their popular catchphrases throughout the show, like Monica's phrase, I know, Joey's phrase, how you doing, Chandler's emphasis on the word be when he talked, Ross saying hi when he was sad about something, Rachel emphasizing on the word no when she was shocked, and Phoebe's phrase, oh no, that can still be used in conversations today. The roof apartments that the friends hung out in were popular in Manhattan during that time too, according to the article The Long Goodbye, written by Andrew Bellin in 2004. And Rachel and Ross, two of the show's main characters, went on to be the biggest will they won't they television couple since Maddie and David in Moonlighting, according to the article The Hunting of the Snark, written by Andrew Harrison in 2014. Friends continued to grow throughout the 90s and even today, thanks to its main characters and their lives. During the 90s, people related to their friends because they felt like their lives were their own. Even today, people can relate to the characters' personalities and their lives. Everybody can relate to a character on their show and see if they're more like Chandler or more like Rachel. It also shows life after college and how some people still don't have their life figured out after that. According to the article The Hunting of the Snark, written by Andrew Harrison in 2014, there's an argument, says the script editor Andrew Ellard, that unmarried, underemployed 20-somethings who hadn't sorted their lives out weren't being seen on TV in the early 90s. But when Friends arrived, suddenly it's clear that people like that are in fact the majority. It showed that it was okay to not be married or have a stable job in your 20s because you were still figuring out what you wanted to do. Friends gave audiences insight of what that life would be like and still be okay living with it. Most of the characters hated their job or changed jobs, which some people can relate to in real life as well. For example, Rachel starts being a waitress in the beginning of the series, but she doesn't like that job anymore, so she quits and wants to look for a job in fashion. She eventually lands a job at Bloomingdale's and after a few seasons gets a job at Ralph Lauren. Joey is an actor but struggles to retain work until he gets his big break on Days of Our Lives. Chandler works as an IT manager throughout the series, but eventually quits and is unemployed for a while until he gets a job in advertising. Monica always wanted to become a chef, and after a few jobs finally becomes one at the restaurant Alessandro's. Ross was a paleontologist until he started working as a professor at a university. Out of all the main characters, Phoebe could be the one that people relate to the most after college. She had a job as a masseuse for several seasons, but her music, her friends, and her family were more important to her, even if she didn't make much money. People in real life can relate to the character struggles throughout the show because they could have lived through it or be living through it right now. Even if you've never seen Friends before, at least everybody has heard of it, which shows how it's still extremely popular 25 years later. Some shows made after have tried to capture the same things as Friends, but it will never be the same as the original. Friends teaches us lessons in friendship, defined a generation, and is still watched today, and people relate to the characters of the show and their lives. It is a show that is still funny today and will continue to be funny for generations to come. It is a show that, as the opening song goes, will always be there for you.